Well, as if things couldn't get more humiliating for Stephen Colbert, last night he was forced to say that Donald Trump did something good, and you could basically see him grinding his teeth so badly that they were close to falling out. But on top of that, he has now been reduced to perhaps the most pathetic role of his lifetime for a show that is basically complete garbage. And what's wild to me is just how far this man has fallen in so quickly. Colbert joins Star Trek. But wait, let's go here first. Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel forced to praise Donald Trump for Gaza peace agreement. Let's hear how sincere this was.
There is some good news out there because today, thanks to Trump's newly brokered ceasefire in Gaza, all living Israeli hostages and almost 2,000 Palestinian prisoners.
Okay, he actually said Trump did it. He actually said Trump did it, which is more than literally every other Democrat could or was willing to.
Okay, it's important. Credit where credit is due. Donald Trump did something good.
There's going to be a but here.
Are we still canceled?
That's kind of funny.
You sure? I tried. It's kind of surprising to see him do something good.
What's funny is they still think that Trump is the reason they got canceled, when, of course, he isn't. Their own terrible ratings are why they got canceled. But they are delusional. We've seen basically quietly, and not reported by any other mainstream media outlet, that they were able to prove that essentially Jimmy Kimmel getting pulled off the air had absolutely nothing at all whatsoever to do with Brendan Carr or Donald Trump. In fact, it had everything to do with Sinclair and I forget the other one, Sinclair Media Group and whoever the other one was that pulled the show in response to Kimmel. It had nothing to do with Trump. They have not come out to correct that, though, and they're still perpetuating this lie that it's Trump's fault. But, I mean, are we really surprised?
It reminds me of, in The Empire Strikes Back, when Darth Vader revealed this shocking secret.
Luke, I am an organ donor.
What a day for Donald Trump. You know what?
What's also funny, too, now we hear Kimmel
finally did something positive today, and I want to give him credit for it because I know he's not the type to take credit for himself. Trump was in Israel and Egypt today to celebrate a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. All 20 Israeli hostages are home after 738 days. Almost.
Okay.
Palestinian prisoners and detainees have been released.
Yep.
And while we're only in the first phase of what will undoubtedly be a long and tricky process, the fact is the bombing has stopped. The hostages have been released, and Trump deserves some of the praise for that. And so I know it sounds crazy to say, but good
all of
work
it, you mean?
on that one, President Trump. Now maybe you can not invade Portland. Just an idea.
Now we're still doing that. These dorks Trump put them in this impossible position where they essentially were forced to give him credit over the Israel deal. And to their credit, which is, I guess, me having incredibly low standards for them, they actually said his name. Unlike Kamala Harris, unlike Hillary Clinton, unlike, what is that dork from The View? The dork from The View promised that she would wear a MAGA hat if he brought the Israeli hostages home. And of course, this morning, she did not wear it. Is anybody surprised? Well, how about this? Colbert now reduced to voice acting job as his canceled show draws near to a close. Now, to be fair, voice acting, from what I understand, for these Hollywood types, the people that already have like a known commodity voice, is incredibly easy money. I'm not saying that people who are voice actors, like, I'm talking about celebrity voice actors. I know voice acting is a difficult job. Celebrity voice acting is easy money. Don't take my word for it. They all say that. Colbert has now decided to dip his toes into voice acting as the cancellation of his late night show nears. CBS announced that it was canceling the late night show with Stephen Colbert back in July, and its final show will air in May. I don't know how many shows air over the Christmas season and in July, but we might be in like kind of his final 50 or 100 shows. Although he won't be sitting behind his desk anymore, the 61-year-old loser will be the voice behind the digital dean in Paramount Plus's Star Trek Starfleet Academy. During New York Comic-Con, which ran Thursday to Sunday, Colbert was featured in a video announcement, he couldn't even bother going, about his new gig. Greetings and felicitations to the New York Comic-Con, the comedian said. "'Tis I, Stephen Colbert, folks. Sorry I couldn't be with you in person today, but I'm a perfectionist and I just didn't have enough bunting for my Mogado cosplay. However, nothing could stop me from sharing this exciting news. I'm honored to announce that my beautiful voice will join Star Trek Starfleet Academy as the Dean of Students, where I get to announce things like, attention Ensign Krebs, your Talaxian furfly has exited the replicator and is now mating with itself." Colbert, who will not even be on screen, said he was thrilled about the new opportunity that is set to hit screens on January 15th, 2026. He went on to say that he was looking forward to not having to spend 4 hours in hair and makeup every day for his new role. Now, if you know anything about this Star Trek series that is coming out, it is exceedingly woke. It is exceedingly bad. And of course, Stephen Colbert would be associated with it. Where is this? I shared a clip of it. Just look at some of the comments, okay? We all know Star Trek is cooked and has been cooked for a very long time. I mean, they put a Klingon in a dress. Do you think I'm kidding? Oh, there's Huckapapa. I thought I had, shared it the other day. I'm positive I did. Where, here it is. Essentially, Gatorgar shared this trailer, Starfleet Academy. Please stop saying you like Picard. It was a modern day propaganda film about ice. That's true. Picard was also woke trash. Everything that Star Trek puts out now is woke trash. So they put this show out. Now, I want you to count the white men you see versus basically every person in a position of power on the show is an overweight woman. Let's see, okay?
Caleb.
That's a woman?
What's that one? Right there.
Okay, so she finds this kid. You know, she's a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. Paul Giamatti plays the villain. Yet he is saved by a geriatric woman. Oh, okay, so she saves him. Then we have a Latino boy who's the star of the show, apparently. Okay, so 0 white men.
15 years.
So we tried to find 15 years. Here we have her again in the, you get to the...
That is the school.
Oh, Starfleet Academy. So cool. Okay. Here we have a Puerto Rican man arriving. I don't know if that's him with a haircut or a different Puerto Rican man. Okay.
Being
all right.
a cadet in Starfleet Academy means being open to
Okay.
the people.
Here's a lesbian woman who is the leader. So we have 2 women, 2 brown men, no white men at all whatsoever. Here's a white woman, also overweight a little bit, not too crazy, I guess. Oh, here's a black woman, okay, shaking hands with another woman. And here's another woman in the background. That is what, 5 women, 2 Puerto Rican men, okay. Whoa, 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 we got a white man. But then we've got an out-of-shape black woman to cancel him out. Well played, well played. Here we have another woman. Oh, there's another woman right here. Another overweight woman. Here you have a couple of background white guys who don't have speaking roles. Here's another woman. Here's another brown guy. Okay.
I want to be captain. I need to be captain.
Oh, there's another woman. Okay. All right. Let's see. I mean, essentially, Puerto Rican man, Leo, just like Mangione. Here we go. Black man, an Indian man, a woman, a black woman, and way off over here is a white guy. I don't know if that's really actually a white guy or not. There's another black man. There's another black man. Here's another black man.
I've spent my whole life getting away from stuff.
Puerto Rican woman, black man. I mean, there is literally no white people in this show at all, except for the villain, Paul Giamatti, and a random. This is the state of Star Wars, or Star Trek. And, of course, Stephen Colbert is joining the show that is 100% going to fail. Now, I liked The Next Generation, and I actually even liked the new movies, to be honest with you. One shudders to imagine the hate crimes this Klingon, they, them, would suffer if they fell into the hands of actual Klingons. Here is a male Klingon wearing a dress. That's interesting. You know, what I find concerning, I mean, is that the trailer was made with Sora AI, and I find somehow more disturbing is it's probably not the case. You know, this is on a scale of 1 to even, I just can't. You know, Gossip Girl sci-fi, skip it. We don't need to watch it. Zombie franchise, absolute garbage. Costume design, nearly all actors, story, set design. There's no end to what is wrong with this. You know, unwatchable crap fest. Everything here. You know, no thanks. I don't want to even watch that trailer again. I'll take your word for it. This is what Colbert is reduced to, a voice acting off-screen role in a show that just about everybody hates. And between him and Kimmel being forced to give Trump credit, it is an absolute good day for anybody who isn't a woke lunatic. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please make sure you subscribe or follow down below. And we'll talk to you again real soon.